this lesson, you'll need a pencil and your Unit 3 Day 6 notes. We have been working on graphing linear functions and seeing how we could use those to solve linear equations. Today we want to work on writing an equation for a linear function in slope-intercept form. Well, we know slope-intercept form looks like y equals mx plus b. M represents the slope and b represents the y-intercept. If we have those two items, we can therefore write the equation of the line in slope-intercept form. For example, we'd like to write the linear equation that has a slope of -2 and a y-intercept of 0, 5. Again, slope-intercept form, you need both of those two items. Since we have our slope of -2, we can substitute that in place of m. We have a y-intercept at 0, 5. We can take that and replace it in for b. So the equation with a slope of -2 and a y-intercept of 5 would be represented by y equals -2x plus 5. That is when we're given a slope and the y-intercept, those two pieces of information verbally. Well, what if we look at a graph? Can we also write the equation of a line that way? So in number 2, here's our graph, and we want to write its equation. Whenever we look at a graph, we look for some key features, and writing an equation of a line, you need to have the y-intercept. So you want to try to locate that on your graph. Here we can see the y-intercept is at 0, 3. That's one of the pieces needed for our equation. The next part is the slope. So we want to try to identify another point on our line that we know the coordinates of. Here, our point has the coordinates of 3, 1. We're looking to see how we can travel from the y-intercept to this new point on our line. We can see that it's a decreasing function, so I'd have to go down a certain amount and over to the right a certain amount to get to that point. Well, we're going down 2 units and to the right 3 units. Therefore, our slope, again, the change in the outputs over the inputs, change in y over the change in x, would be -2/3. Since we have our y-intercept and our slope, we should be able to put them together to write the equation of a line. We have the two pieces of information, so we can substitute in what we know. Our slope of -2/3, our y-intercept, would give us an equation of y equals -2/3 x plus 3. Well, let's write an equation of a line given the information. We have a point at 3, -1, and we have a slope of 4/3. The best way to do this would be to plot the point and use the slope to see what information we can get from the line. So we're going to put a scale on our graph so we can accurately plot the point of 3, -1. Then from that point we're going to move our slope of 4/3, which means we're going up 4 units and to the right 3 units to create a point. We're going to continue in that direction until we run out of room. We can then go back to the point that we started with at 3, -1 and reverse the slope to get more points on the other side of our graph. So we can go down 4 and to the left 3. Once we have a good set of points generated, we can connect them to form our line. Now when we're trying to write the equation of a linear, we have to have two pieces of information. We need to know our y-intercept and we need to know our slope. The slope was given to us. We're looking for the y-intercept, and we can see on our graph our y-intercept is at 0, -5. Because we have the two pieces of information, our y-intercept and our slope, we should be able to substitute them into our format to put the equation in slope-intercept form. So our slope, again, goes in for m, our y-intercept goes in for b. Therefore, the equation of this line would be y equals 4/3 x minus 5. Well, let's see if we can write the equation of a line given 2 points. Here we have the points -2, 5 and 2, -1 on the line. Again, before we can graph, we need a scale to accurately represent the location of these points. So if I plot my points, -2, 5 and 2, -1, these are going to be on our line. Well, we want to see what kind of movement is happening. From negative 2, 5 to 2, 1, 2, negative 1, we are going down and then over to the right. We are going down 6 units and to the right 4 units. I have that pattern, and I could try plotting other points on the line using that, going down 6 and to the right 4. I can connect these to form my line. So the rate of change between our points down 6 and to the right 4 could be simplified to going down 3 and to the right 2. We can see if we go down 3 units and to the right 2, we have another point. Down 3 to the right 2. Down 3 to the right 2. By doing so, we can see that we have a y-intercept here at 0, 2. In order to write the equation of a line in slope-intercept form, we need to have the slope and the y-intercept. With those two items present, we can substitute in those values and write the equation. So again, we know that the slope is negative 3 halves and the y-intercept is 2. So our equation for our line would be y equals negative 3 halves x plus 2. Now it's your turn to practice. Using your Unit 3 Day 6 worksheet, based on the given information, please write the equation of the line.